Hi everybody, so I'm here with an update on my sponsor child, Yorgelys. So for those who are new and are not aware of what happened last year with her, so once a year, usually somewhere between September to November, we as sponsors, we will get like an annual report on our sponsor child, and that usually includes an updated photo of them and a letter and updates. Now with Yorgelys, like I get letters from her throughout the year because I write to her and she writes back and I send gifts and stuff like that. But so last year when I got her annual report and I saw the updated photo, I knew right away that it was not her in the photo. It looked like a completely different child. And, Alex was saying at first, well, maybe she just grew, and I'm like, no. She can't change that much within a year. Like, it was like a completely different shape to her face. Just everything was totally different. So I called up World Vision and I told them, and the man apologized. He's like, I don't know what happened, but he's like, we will send you out a new report and with a new photo with the proper photo. So then they sent it out, and I mean, it took a while because they had to contact the office in Nicaragua and get it redone and everything and sent out to me. Well, lo and behold, it came with the exact same photo. And I believe that the reason that happened is because when they do the photos, I think they probably go into the community or the schools or whatever, and they take all of the children that have sponsors, like they take all their photos on the same day. They go into a computer, and on the computer they add the child's name and sponsorship number at the bottom of the photo, and then it's printed out like that. So of course on the computer the same photo still had her name on the photo and the number and whatever. So instead of going to her and retaking the photo, they just basically printed off the same photo, I guess thinking it says her name on it, it says her number on it, it has to be her. So when I received it again, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to bother them again. I'll just wait until next year's report and I'll get a new photo, and I'll be able to tell then if I was right that it wasn't her. So just to give you an idea, so this was her photo of her with the Christmas gifts I sent her Christmas of 2012. So there's her face. You can see her face there. Okay. Now this is the photo they sent with her 2013, annual report. And as you can see, that is a completely different child. Okay. Now I was like, okay, maybe I'm just like crazy and maybe she really did change that much in a year. So that's why I was like, I'm not going to bother them again about it. I'm just going to wait until I get a new photo of her. So with that said, I received the 2014 annual progress report. I think it was like about a week ago. And so I got her new photo, and sure enough, this photo is not her. Definitely not. And I will show you and you will see. Yeah. Okay guys, so this is the updated photo that came with the 2014 report. So as you can see, if you look at them side by side, definitely not the same girl by any means. And even Alex was like, okay, yeah, that is totally two different children. So it's an honest mistake. It can happen. It's just kind of disappointing though that I now I don't have any photos of her from 2013. That's the only disappointing part. Like I have up to 2012, but I don't have 2013. So that's kind of disappointing, but I guess, mistakes happen. But I just thought that was really funny because it's like so obvious that it's two different children. Like this girl looks so much older. Skin tone looks a little different. Hair is different. Facial structure is different. So anyways, so I just thought that I would show you guys the new progress report. But first off, I wanted to show you what came with it. She made me, I guess this is supposed to be a bookmark. It's so cute. It's made out of foam and a foam flower with glitter and some ribbons. So she made me a bookmark. It's so cute. And this is neat. This is the first time that I've received anything like this from her, where she got to fill out something herself. And so what it was is she had to color the picture that was like the answer to the question. So it was my favorite sport is, and she colored the soccer players. So I guess she likes soccer. Number 2 was my favorite food is, and she colored milk. I thought that was really cute. My chore at home is watering the garden. My favorite hobby is cycling. So that's pretty cool. I thought that was really neat. I've never really, she's sent me some little crafts like this before, but I've never received anything like that. So I thought that was really cool. So this is the 2014 annual progress report. And I just thought I would show it to you. So it says, "Dear sponsor, sorry for the glare. I want to tell you that this year I am healthy. Currently, I am attending school. I am in 5th year. I can't believe she's in 5th grade, guys. This is crazy. I am going to school by foot. At school, I need to improve my performance in the class of math." I thought that was really funny because math was my worst subject in school, so that's pretty it's pretty funny. In my community, we drink water from a a potable water system. I'm not really sure what potable is, but yeah, so that's where they get the water from. In my home, we have electricity. The floor of my house is made of tile. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then this is I guess like a pocket where they were going to put the craft, but then they actually just put it in the little thing that she filled out. So like I said, this is her updated photo. Oops, don't want to put the glare. I can't believe how big she is. She was only 1 year old, guys, when I started sponsoring her, and I think she is 11 now. I'd have to check my calendar again, but yeah. So this was filled out by a World Vision staff. And it says, "My participation. My family and I have participated in trainings about right and duties of children." I guess like rights, like children's rights. So that's pretty nice. Community participation. In my community, World Vision has implemented trainings about how to take decisions in my community. I guess that's supposed to be make decisions. Sometimes, you know, the language isn't translated properly. And so this is really good. They always have updates about the community. So special message from my community. "Hello, dear sponsor. I'm Griselda. I participate as a teacher in an early childhood education center in the communities. For 10 years, I have supported my community as a volunteer, helping children in their early development. I want to thank you all for the support you have brought to us during this year. Thanks to this, we have helped 25 mothers learn how to support their children's development." What were our achievements this year? I feel very happy because before we had to buy bread outside the town, but now we produce it here in the community. And our goal is to increase the market, said Eddie, a 14-year-old boy from the bakery group supported by World Vision. Thanks to projects like this, 35 teenagers in 12 communities have employment. I am happy when I obtain good and nutritious food. The meals I received from the common pot are delicious. My mother has learned how to cook the same meals I enjoy in the common pot. This keeps me strong and healthy, says one Tika. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. A 7-year-old. He is part of a group of 300 children that have been integrated in the nutritional recovery model implemented by World Vision in 7 communities where 15 mothers were trained. Maria, an 11-year-old girl, is part of the Readers Club in her school. I love to participate in reading stories. My classmates and I imagine the stories we are reading. World Vision is implementing the methodology. I read, comment, I imagine, and I create in 11 schools to promote reading and literacy creation and help more than 600 children improve their school performance. 80 mothers and parents, after participating in talks given by World Vision promoters, are aware of the importance of hygiene in preventing diseases in children. Martha, 45 years old, is one of them. These practices are fomented, I think that's supposed to be fomented, but it's got a typo, through the schools, allowing us to care for our hygiene and know the importance of children always keeping their hands clean to prevent diseases. This activity has benefited more than 2,000 children in 15 communities. The volunteer work of health promoters like Juana has helped 300 children in 13 communities regain weight. Through the trainings implemented by World Vision, I have learned metric assessment techniques to measure weight and size to analyze the nutritional status in children from the community. I changed myself. Yahoska is a 15-year-old teenager that has been involved for 2 years in a community group that World Vision Nicaragua supports. I was 13 years old when I heard about World Vision. Before, I was so shy and did not speak too much. I could not speak in front of people. I was afraid, and it was difficult to talk with my parents. She feels lucky to have participated in training about values, humanitarian affairs, emergencies, and other topics. Now, she is a facilitator in her community. I am grateful to share my knowledge with other teenagers my age and also with adults, she emphasizes. The experience has not only helped to improve her oral and body expression. Another aspect of her life that had a big change is the relationship with her parents, with whom she is now in harmony. Also, she feels challenged to continue her development, and now with more confidence than ever. My next goal is to finish secondary school and then go to the university to study social work and keep working for other children and communities to make a better world. So that is the annual report. I always love receiving them so that I know exactly what work is being done with my donations every month. And yeah, it's such an amazing experience to have watched her grow and things like that. So I'm still waiting for my first annual report for my other sponsor child, Maria. It should be coming soon, I think, because I'm pretty sure all of the annual reports, like I said, generally come around the fall. They generally are received around fall. So I'm pretty sure that I should be getting her soon. And with her, like I said, like I've only been sponsoring her a year now. And with Maria, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know I'm still helping and I'm making a difference, but I've been really disappointed with the lack of communication with her. Yorgelys has been awesome from day one. Like, of course, when I first started sponsoring her, she was too young to write letters, so it was her parents that were corresponding with me. or sometimes it was her aunt or her grandmother, you know, writing for her. Just basically family members were writing the letters. But now that she's a bit older, like, I mean, she's 11 years old, so she's writing the letters now. But, I mean, I've always had awesome communication. Like, I send several letters throughout the year. She always responds. And just about any time I ever sent any little gifts, I would receive a picture of her with the gifts along with, you know, her response letter. It hasn't happened I haven't received pictures like that though in, I would say, like the last year and a half. Maybe like because they're just trying to save on ink or whatever, and so they just send the annual picture, and that's fine. Like I've been very lucky to get you know, more pictures than usual. Like most sponsors only get the one annual picture, but I've been very lucky with her to receive more, because anytime I sent a gift, like I said, I would get a picture, and that's not the norm. But you know, I should definitely be getting responses to my letters, at least, I would think. But I haven't. I've only received a Christmas card from Maria. I didn't even get my welcome letter when I first started sponsoring her. World Vision gave me like a letter, like a welcome letter to fill out and, like, you know, introduce myself to her and her family. And they had told me that I was going to receive one from her, but I never did. So I think I should probably give World Vision a call and just see like what's up, because it's really unusual like that I haven't received any correspondence. Because previously when I sponsored Change for I don't know how many years I sponsored Change, but I'd still be sponsoring her, but her and her family suddenly left the community and World Vision could not locate them. So they had to assign me another child. But it's just like with Change, I would only get one photo per year with her, and that was fine, but I would still get letters in response to my letters throughout the years. So this is really unusual that I haven't received any responses. So I'm kind of disappointed with that a little bit, like, because that's one of the things that I've always loved about World Vision, is having that connection and, you know, learning about the child and their family and their home life and, you know, what's happening in their life and, you know, what good things are happening and things like that. And I mean, I know I find out a lot from the annual reports, because my monthly sponsorship goes to the community. You know, it's sponsoring a child, but the money does not go directly just to that child and their family. And that's what I've always liked about World Vision anyways. It's like you get to sponsor that child, but it's kind of to give you that connection to someone in the community. So you feel that connection, but the money actually goes into like a pot basically, and it's to build up the community. And so, you know, the child's family definitely gets help from World Vision, but there's like a big project at hand where, you know, they're building up the community so that they can become self-sustainable. And so that's what I like. But like I said, I'm just disappointed at the lack of communication with my new sponsor child. I know it has only been a year, but like I said, I've only received one Christmas card from her, and that was it. So I'll be interested to see what happens, like what comes with the annual report. Like hopefully there will be a letter with it or something. But I think I'll give World Vision a call anyways, just to kind of say like what's up. Like I'm not receiving responses to my letters. I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But other than that, so far, like, my experience with World Vision has been wonderful, and I have basically, I guess I've been sponsoring, I've been sponsoring Yorgelys since, let me look, in my book here, I have like this scrapbook, So I started sponsoring her in 2005. So basically we're coming up on, this coming January will be 10 years of sponsoring Yorgelys. And then a few years after sponsoring her, I started sponsoring Change. So I think Change maybe was like about, I'm trying to think. Maybe she was about 8 years I sponsored Change. I'm thinking 7 or 8 years maybe. Doesn't seem like that long, but. So I was really sad when that happened, that I don't know what happened, like why her family suddenly up and left the community. They just moved, I guess, and World Vision could not find them. So they had no choice but to offer me, you know, sponsorship of another child. But so we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted once I get my annual report from Maria. If you haven't seen her yet, this is Maria. And this is what Yorgelys looked like when I first started sponsoring her. She was so sweet. And this is her, this is a few years ago, this picture. It was the first picture I received of her in school, which I loved to see her in school. And now she's like all grown up. Let me show you again the new picture. I just can't believe, like, she is, yeah, she's 11 years old now. I think she just turned 11 in July. I just can't believe it. It's just crazy, crazy. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little update, and like I said, I'm still disappointed that I don't have a 2013 photo of her. It's some other child. And I have to wonder, actually, whomever sponsors this girl, whose picture did they receive? Anyways, I guess, you know, these mistakes can happen, computer glitches and whatnot. But yeah, anyways, I'm just happy now that I do have a current photo of her, and I know that it's her, because she has that distinct smile. And I still remember, like, the first few years that I sponsored her, every time I would get a picture of her, she was never smiling. And then finally one day, I think it was maybe the 4th year of sponsoring, I received a picture of her smiling, and I was ecstatic. Like, it was just so great to see that the change taking place. But anyway, guys, that's it. If any of you, you know, want to do something like this, I highly recommend it, and I highly recommend going with World Vision. They are, you know, trusted, and it is a very rewarding experience. So I believe I'm still paying the price that I initially paid 10 years ago, but for new sponsors it has increased, so I believe it is now $40 a month for new sponsors. But it is well worth it, and you do get, you know, your tax receipt at the end of the year and all that stuff. So anyways, guys, that's it. I'm gonna wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.